Good morning, everybody. Jon Del Arroz here, the leading Hispanic voice in science fiction. Author of For Steam and Country, the best steampunk novel of the year for sure. Author of Gravity of the Game novella, which is being nominated by people for the Nebula Award, and lots of people are talking about it for the Hugo Award as well. This is going to be the best year ever, 2017, current year hashtag. All right, everybody's here. You can't see this right now, but because hey, how are you? I'm actually chilling right now at a piano, and as I wait for people to tune in, I thought I'd play a little number for you. I thought I'd play a little number that's near and dear to my heart. So I'm sorry, I don't sing professionally anymore. It's been a long time. Vocal cords are warming up this morning, but you guys are going to just have to deal with this because we're going to praise the Lord real quick. I've been down by the river. I felt fire from above. I've been held by the Savior. I ain't the same, a prodigal returns. That's why I sing, all my hope is in Jesus. Thank God my yesterday's gone. All my sins are forgiven. I've been washed by the blood. All right, we got an audience while I was playing. If you missed that, you missed me playing a great song. So this is what I do. Yeah, go tell it on the mountain, brother. All right. Yeah, it's almost Christmas time. Jesus Christ was born 17 years ago, about-ish. And we are celebrating that all week long in addition to everything else. He came for us. He died for our sins. He has forgiven us, and that's what I'm here to tell you today. But that's not why you're here today. So we got an audience now. All right. And I promised all day on Twitter and on Facebook that I would be joining the Science Fiction Writers of America today. This is a organization that was founded a long time ago. I actually don't know the details of it. I think it was Damon Knight or something like that. Commie scum idiot who just really wanted to create like a writers guild and all that to promote his extreme communist ideals. But along the way, it became a sort of thing that a lot of good authors did. Anne McCaffrey was in it. Jerry Pournelle was the president for a while. Paul Anderson was in it. All the good people were in this organization for a long time. In the 80s, it was kind of its heyday. The 90s, it was doing okay. And then in the 2000s, things kind of changed, and it went to become like a political shill organization over promoting good science fiction and promoting its authors. Now, they used to do something which was pretty valuable in terms of a service for traditional publishing, which was to go over contracts, make sure there weren't contract disputes or you weren't getting screwed for contracts or whatnot if you're going with traditional publishing. Contracts are pretty standardized, and you can look up stuff on the internet now that kind of isn't a service that matters anymore. And as more and more authors are not being traditionally published anymore, that also doesn't matter anymore. So that service kind of went by the wayside. Next, what happened was next thing they do for members is provide like a co-op medical benefit sort of insurance package, which again is just not useful anymore because of Obamacare. Everybody can get their insurance, so it doesn't matter. Next, so those are the two like main selling points. The other main selling point they talk about is yeah, that's my new Christmas present. One of my good friend Leslie bought me this beautiful flag, the flag of my oppressed people, the Kekastanis. And so I'm proudly displaying it for this because this is the top kek of the year, guys. This is really the top kek of the year. But back to SFWA. All right. So SFWA. So what else do they do? So I went over this earlier in the year. I did a series of blog posts where I was kind of doing a case study on what value does SFWA have and how do they increase their prestige, basically. And I tried to talk to the president, Kat Rambo, about it a little bit, and she was not cooperative. She was not interested in actually making the club have additional value like it used to have in the past. And so I dropped the case study because it wasn't fun if people weren't going to actually participate and actually try to grow a business. I mean, that's what I try to do on a daily basis. But I guess priorities are different in different circles. So the other thing they mentioned they offer is they have a forum for writers. So basically they have a Facebook group, but they have basically a Discord channel / Facebook group for people who didn't grow up in 1995 and still aren't stuck there. So so they have that, which I don't know what value that really adds for anybody, but that's that. And they claim they promote people, but you know what? They're never going to promote my stuff, so it doesn't matter. But I am here to make science fiction fun again, as you can see on my hat. And what it could be more fun than possibly at this juncture than me joining this organization, which is a dinosaur organization. Discord is a chat service, basically. It's kind of replaced Skype. You can invite your friends to various chat rooms. There's voice on it. It works on your phone. It's very nice and very easy to use. But so nothing could be more fun than me joining SFWA at this point. I mean, let's be honest. If you've been following it all, you know that it will be very fun to have me join SFWA. And I've been hesitating for a while. I've been hesitating for a long time for a good reason. I did not want to give. They make you show evidence of your cash books, and I have no interest in showing them the numbers of what kind of money my books are making. I don't want anybody in SFWA to have it. I don't trust them with that information, frankly. So I've been just like hemming and hawing over it for a long time. But there's a different sort of so you can either have sold $3,000 of a book in a year, or you can have sold 3 short stories or equivalents at professional rates. Now we've got. I've been sitting on 2 of those sales for a long time. 2. And the reason I've had 2 is one. I was part of the in crowd for a bit, so I sold 1. It was an anthology called Naughty or Nice. It was originally it was a Christmas themed anthology. The publisher changed it to holiday themed anthology, of course. In the way that these things often get done. And of course, nobody cared because nobody's celebrating holidays. People celebrate Christmas. People do not celebrate a holiday. So there you go. My story in it was very fun and very good. I shared credits in there with SFWA president Kat Rambo. We both are in the same anthology. We're peers. We're basically we are definitely peers. All right, it's great. And that was my first professional sale at 6 cents a word. In 2016, I was invited to write a setting for a science fiction RPG called Tiny Frontiers. It's a quick play RPG where people can just set up and go fast was the whole intention. And I wrote a setting for it, which I was intending on actually using for a novel at some point. I don't know if I might still at some point. Who knows? But the setting's in there. I got paid 10 cents a word for that contracted work. And so I was sitting on 2. Yes, beginning to look a lot like Holiday, right? So I was sitting on 2 for a long time. And then 2017 happened. Nobody was going to hire me at professional rates in any of their short fiction magazines that are all failing or all establishment. I mean, it's just not going to happen at this point because I'm blackballed from the industry 100%, right? So I was sitting there like, okay, so I don't want to submit my novel numbers because I don't want them to have that info. But what am I going to do? Well, enter Chris Kennedy and Chris Kennedy Publishing. You guys are the best. Chris Kennedy's the best. Look him up on Amazon. Buy his books, please. They run the Four Horsemen universe, which is a military. The flag is the native flag of the people of Kekistan. Kekistan is where I'm from originally, and my people are very oppressed. People don't respect Kekistanis. They don't recognize the authority of Kekistani leadership. It's just terrible out there for native Kekistanis. Yeah. So Chris Kennedy offered me a story contract for their Four Horsemen universe anthology, a military science fiction anthology. It's got some of the best writers in science fiction in it. If you haven't bought this anthology, it's the best anthology since There Will Be War, 100%. 100%. My story's in it. It's called Lost and Found. And it was a royalties only contract. I was sitting there, it was a royalties only. So this is the only way I'm going to get sales at this point, is royalties only. I totally am supported by people like you buying my stories, and that's it. So any contracts I'm in, any anthologies I'm in, those are things that go directly to me proportionately to my word counts in there. So remember that. But the third, I'm not talking about that. Well, who are you and why do you care? I'm not talking about any of that. Okay, thank you. All right. So I don't care what you're talking about. Run your own Periscope. This is about science fiction. This is about science fiction publishing. If you don't care about that, why are you here? It doesn't matter. All right? Okay. All right. So that story came out, and L. Ron Hubbard actually was a really good writer. But I'm digressing. I'm gonna stick to topic. That short story came out, and yeah, it came along, and the anthology was doing really well. And what happened last night was I actually got my royalty payment for it, which MAGA 2020 is a great anthology too. Yes. But I actually got my royalty payment for my Lost and Found story in the it's called A Fistful of Credits anthology, and even though it's a 10,000 word story, my story is like 10,000 words, so it's pretty long. So it would be very difficult for that story to get to 6 cents a word on that front, because that's a lot of money and a lot of words for it to do. But it did. It made it. I am now at 6.1 cents per word on my royalties on A Fistful of Credits, which is fantastic. I mean, that means that most anthologies do not sell anywhere near this. That means A Fistful of Credits is killing it. It's killing it. And it's going to continue to kill it, which is great. So go check that out. It is my best short story, hands down. It's on Kindle Unlimited too, but I do not have a better short story I've written than that one. But that makes for my third. You're going to see The Last Jedi. Don't do that. Just save yourself the 2.5 hours, man. And $9. Save yourself the $9. All right. So we got it, and I've got my 3. I've got the backup documentation for my 3. I can't see when I'm on my computer. That was part of my piano. If you guys missed the intro, I was doing I'm sitting at a piano, so I was trying to use my shades for the whole effect of that. But we can't do this when we're on a computer. So I've got my 3 stories. I've got all the backup. I've got the contracts. The only backup I don't have, now this is where it gets dicey in terms of whether they're going to let me in. I don't actually have the receipt of the payment for my first short story in the Naughty or Nice anthology, because they actually sent a check, like a physical check. So I don't have a PayPal record like I do for the other ones. And I didn't save this because I wasn't thinking about this in 2014. But I've got the contract. The editor, Jennifer Brozek, was on the board of SFWA last year. The Cat Rambo, the president of SFWA, was in this anthology and received payment for the story too. So if they try to do some technically we don't have the blah blah blah. They're lying at this point because they got their payment for it, and they have people who are If they want to claim that I didn't get paid over this, then they are poo-pooing their own editors who are very popular within the industry in order to do so, and saying that those people are liars. So if they want to go that far, I'm happy to take this to war. But we'll see how this goes. I know they're going to try to disqualify me somehow because this is how this goes. Let's see. About, join us, application form. All right. I haven't actually looked at the application form, so we'll see how this goes. So I've got my 3 short stories now, and I don't have to show them my novel receipt money, which is great. I'm happy for this. I might have to go to a different room because my internet's going kind of slow. What's going on? Come on, internet. It shouldn't be a problem. Or maybe it's just the SFWA page is a problem. Oh, it's possible. There it is. Okay, active subscription period. So it costs $100 to join this organization. So keep in mind that in order to entertain you, the probably 100 people who are watching, it'll be about 100, 150 when this is done. This one might hit 200, but I'm basically going to pay 50 cents to $1 per person watching this for the sole purpose of entertaining you. That is the only reason I'm doing this. So keep in mind how much I love you. All right. So there's different memberships. There's the active membership. That's what I'm doing. I wouldn't bother without the active membership. There's the affiliate. Now affiliates are what are they? I guess they have professional involvement somehow, and they can provide references, whatever that means. So affiliate's kind of useless. Associate is, because they're just trying to get money, right? For all these, they need money. And the associates can have one paid sale. So I wasn't going to join at that point. I was just going to wait till I'm active because that is the actual. I'm a real member with all the quote benefits, and that's what we're going to do today. All right. So 3H3 8JK. It's a little CAPTCHA thing. How exciting! Member application. Excellent. My first name Jon. Last name Del Arroz. Organization. What's my organization? Winning Incorporated. All right. I have read the membership requirements. Yes. I understand that due to an influx of applications, it may take up to 30 days of acceptance. Watch this. There's not an influx of applications, guys. That's a lie. But they're gonna take as long as they can, and then they're gonna like find some reason that they're gonna have to review things, and then take another 30 days. Watch. I know how bureaucracies work. They're gonna do this. I understand payment must be made in full. If I do not qualify, not refundable portion. I do qualify, so if they do this to me, this will be a bad deal. Middle name. Personal information, middle name. To have your middle name appear as a default, I don't want to give my middle name. Other names, legal name. Author photo. I'm definitely going to give them my beautiful photo in my Castalia House shirt with my Make Science Fiction Fun Again hat with my OK symbol. That will be my author photo for them. They can enjoy that. They can All right, I think this is it. Yeah. Okay, author photo is in. Oh, so beautiful. Okay. Agent. Funny story. We'll talk about that later. Contact data. I'm going to give a P.O. box because people from SFWA have actually sent packages to my house and found me on the internet and sent me creepy anonymous stuff. So I'm not going to give them my actual address. They can probably find it, but I'm not going to make it easy on them. 94526. Oh, now you know my zip code. Oh well. My website is hpdelarose.com. Online directory listing text. The leading Hispanic voice in science fiction. All right. Jon Del Arroz. My Facebook. Wow, I can link all this fun stuff so they can all see my fun stuff. How exciting. Other social media, gab.ai at Otomo. All right. Qualifying information. To qualify for Action Membership, I have novel sales, 3 or more short story sales that meet the minimum qualifications. That's this. So, applying with 3 short works, how many? First work, non-qualifying markets. It is my first was Monster, Mingle, and Chris Kringle. And the genre was, gosh, is that, what do I even call this? We'll call it urban fantasy, maybe? I'll just call it horror. It's kind of horror, I guess. All right. Evil Girlfriend Media. First work payment. So how many words was this? How many words was this? How many words? I should have figured out all this because it's bad TV. You don't want to leave like stupid boring stuff while broadcasting, and this is stupid boring stuff. But I gotta find this stupid story. Shoot. Come on. We'll go on my Gmail and see if I can find it. So actually, this short story exists because. This short story exists, and this anthology exists because I actually, in the future, whatever. Because I actually pitched this story at a convention to somebody. I was like, hey, let's do a Christmas anthology of weird stuff and just make silly stuff. And she's like, great, let's do it for charity. And I'm like, that sounds great. And that so it took a couple years actually. It was 3,700 words, 3,770. So let's boom, boom, boom. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? 3,770. And I don't remember what my payment was. Let's see. All right, $226. Date of first sale or publication. When was the date of publication? November 2014, I think. Amazon.com. We gotta go to Amazon and check all this stuff. It's pretty funny. Naughty or Nice Del Arroz. Yeah, this is the unfortunate. Oh, it's 2015. I'm sorry. October 31st, 2015. October 31st, 2015. Second work was game writing. This is interesting. I could see them disqualifying me again because I did one game write and 2 short stories. This will be interesting to see how this goes. If they do this, this is unbelievable. But I could see this. Second title, Tiny Frontiers, Micro Setting. It was Space Opera and Gallant Knight Games, Ragnarok Publishing. And it was how many words? How many words? We had 1389. 389. My payment, I actually have my payment on this, which was $145. Hi, see you. Bye, Tanuki. Sorry this is boring. Date of the publication, it was, I don't remember when this came out. Let's see. So how are you guys today? This is, I'll just say August 2016. I don't know. We'll find out. All right. Indie self-published. Non-qualifying market. I'll just call it that. Lost. Found. And it is Space Opera. And it is Chris Kennedy Publishing. length of this was pretty fun. Yeah, so 9954. And my payment amount is a lot on this. This is good. 504.94 plus 6. All right. I'm sorry this is boring, guys. I tried to entertain at the beginning with a song to keep you guys going here, and that's a fistful of credits. And that's going to unfortunately carry this, but it is an application, so I am filling out an application, which is kind of a doldrum. I'm sorry about that, but the what's going to go on with this is great. June 29, 2017, and that's it. So, why are they having 6 works put on here? You only need 3. Okay. Demographic info. All right. I identify my gender as XO Manowar. What represents your racial Hispanic? Demographic. I would describe myself as very established. I like that. I'm interested in volunteering. Sure, I'll volunteer. All right. So let's do this. All right, and now we're going to the payment. So they're going to try to disqualify me, and this is going to be a crying shame. And I'm not happy with that. But what can you do? All right, I have to pay. I'm not going to give you all my credit card number, but you, yeah, I know they're going to try to disqualify me. I'm just already there. Just watch this happen. I'm so it's so I have so it requires game writers to have 3 games or short story writers to have 3 short stories. But I have a game and 2 short stories that have made me this money. But it's all science fiction. We'll see how this goes. It's very sketchy here, and they will be sketchy about this. You watch. You watch. I know my enemies. They're not here to be friends. 94526. All right, they're not here to be friends. I know this, but I am legitimately a person who can be a member. It's all documented here. People are watching this. Hundreds of people are going to watch this, and they will all see that I've talked about this the whole way through, that I'm legitimately a member, and I legitimately qualify for them. So if they try to discount this, if they try any shenanigans, you are going to see it. You are witnesses. This is very public. So, I really hope, and please make sure you tag everybody I tagged on the Periscope, because it's going to thank you. It's going to trigger them. So they're going to be very upset. The people I tagged are going to work overdrive to make sure that the organization doesn't let me in, even though I qualify. They're going to make sure that they kick me out once I'm in. It's going to be very fun, and I'm going to let you guys know what happens the entire way. I'm here for you guys, and I'm going to. This is like a deep cover assignment for journalism, right? So it's like I'm going into a war zone, right? It's like I'm Brian Williams. I was there. So this will be a lot of fun. We're applied. I have applied for SFWA. I qualify for SFWA. If they try to stop something, there is a major problem, and that we already know that they don't represent science fiction writers of America. Look, they block me. They've already got me blocked on Twitter, right? And I am a science fiction writer of America, right? So that is, if there's one thing in my brand, it is I am American, and I'm proud of it. I love America, and so if they are trying to make some sort of statement by blocking me as an organization, they are going against their own creed, which is in order to sort of help writers in this sort of deal. So we'll see how this goes. My first request is, of course, going to be that they unblock me because that is not right, and we'll have some fun. Like I said, they could take up to 30 days to reply because of an influx of applications. I guarantee you, I'm their only application right now. They only have like 1,780 members. It's not that many. I am in Facebook groups of science fiction that have more than that. My email list has double that. My Twitter following has more than that. I think my Gab following even has more than that at this point. But it is not a big club. There's not a lot of people. It's not a big influx. That was a lie on the thing. And the reason they say that is to try to. This is how they do it. They're not all stupid people in these organizations. When Bacon tried to, that is the flag of my oppressed people of Kakistan. So that's my native country where I'm from. So when they try to do this sort of thing like Bacon, when Bacon stopped me from speaking at their convention after years of friendship and years of speaking and years of very, very fun entertainment, which everybody praised Kek indeed. Chatelet, brother. Chatelet, brother. All right. When they tried to do that, they bureaucracy formed me in response. They actually sent back a form letter. I could even read it to you guys. I've got it in my email here. Let's see. It was programming and Bacon. All right. I'm just here to help. All right. So there's actually, I had a couple people passing because of their relentless politics. Here we go. Here's the form letter they sent me. Thank you for your interest in Bacon 2017. They sent me this website, which they just oh wow, wait a minute, this changed. The website changed. We've made some changes to the programming. All right, whatever. Okay, I can't find it. It's not up anymore. But it was offensive. It annoyed me, and so that was that. And I got a SFWA membership login information for the boards. And thank you for submitting. To complete, we need you to send us your support documents via this link. We should know that you're applying with a sale or sales in a qualified market. There should be contracts. I've got all my contracts. Photocopied checks. Okay, so I don't know. I'm going to have to figure that out. They may accept or reject any documentation as proof of an applicant's credentials, of course. Of course they will. So, and some proof will be more equal than others just based on politics. I understand this. So we'll see how this goes. It's going to take a while, and it's going to be a fight. So it's going to be a fight. But, yep, that's it. I've got everything. It's been 30 minutes, so I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. Thank you for tuning in and watching me fill out an application online that's kind of ridiculous. Hopefully, if you watch the replay, because at the beginning I sang a nice little tune, and that's actually worth your time more than anything else on this if you tuned in late. So thank you very much, Chatelet. Merry Christmas, and keep on fighting the good fight, guys.